I'm Rachel Hadas. This poem, At the Tempest, was written when my son was maybe 10 years old, and I was in the habit of going to Shakespeare plays with Rutgers colleagues and took my son to the Tempest. He was bored, but my colleague and I both thought a lot about school politics. So this is a poem about how drama works, how Shakespeare works, how art works. At the Tempest. In the long speech that bores Miranda so, she's not alone, my son is yawning too. Prospero tells how his younger brother learned to take charge. First one task, then another, granting this suit, rejecting that, and so finally unseating Prospero. No sooner has Miranda fallen asleep, numbed with minutiae of statesmanship, than spark-like an idea seems to leap from your head into mine. I all but know the parallel that has occurred to you. A certain bustling colleague's machinations, memos, behind-the-scenes manipulations, not in Milan, but here. We'll be comparing notes later, but the pleasures of this sharing, acrid, intangible, delicious, all persist after the first loud curtain call. When something hollow in the loud applause reminds me of the ghosts in Shakespeare's house. Two theater lovers in particular, though both are dead, contrive to be right here. Tony, whose tiny place on Thompson Street was papered with old playbills. Bittersweet, beautiful Charlie, he whose watchful wit observed a scene while still arranging it, foreshadowing Patrick Stewart's Prospero. Somber magician making the play go. English teachers, back when I was young, proclaimed a purity that now feels all wrong. The jagged plot line, climax, denouement, loomed then like an iceberg, tall and gaunt. If such a world, schematic, classic, clear, existed once, it doesn't anymore. Advancing years chase clarity away, or objectivity has had its day. Sit in a theater as the lights go down. What sets the scene is garnered from one's own experience, whose resonance is blurred. So many echoes bounce off every word. A stray line may evoke a memory of conversation earlier that day. The abstract theme I once was taught to seek lodges in some incident last week, re-emerging as the actors speak. Thus, saturated with the personal, art can provide the old vicarious thrill through recognition and acknowledgement, the sense that we are part of what is meant, as when, forgetting one another's name, two people nod in passing just the same, an inward smile, a private gleam, and on into the evening, where a crescent moon, old and new, familiar and strange, tilts in the twilight, sentinel of change. Art's entertainment? Art is a device, a valve for siphoning the extraneous, channeling the foamy overflow of what my high school English teachers knew as truth, a concept out of fashion now. They mapped it, graphed it, plotted it for me. But I can't pass it on so tidily. For the epiphanies that art affords may come disguised, without the help of words, masked in likeness, fanged and clawed with pain, or giggling, gulping, flowing like spring rain.